Oh, hello. A series of videos about what we might do after the virus. Yes. Today I want to talk a little bit about my experiences as a special needs teacher, which is primarily what I do. I do teach sociology, but basically for the last 20 years I've worked with young adults, young people, I should say, students with autism, and often quite challenging individuals who've been very badly handled by the education system. I've learned some various things about the way to handle people. So it's kind of about that, but it's also I want to talk about leadership because if you look at what's going on in Britain and the States at the moment, there's a serious absence of what might be regarded as leadership in any way, shape, or form. And there's a few things I've learned. It's not I'm just always been a teacher in my life. I've worked in business. I've run my own business and all that stuff. I'm sort of used to working with people. Okay, I'm not necessarily a brilliant leader, but I'm used to working with people, and I know how to get on with people, one might say. Anyway, few sort of golden rules, right? The first one I always to find is just lead by example. Yeah, be the person you want other people to be. This is especially true as a teacher. I think you'll find that teachers, when they start out, they often try and sort of impose themselves on adults. There's this kind of adult thing. I'm the adult and you're the child. Imposition. Lots of schools will work on that basis, and I don't know why adults generally seem to assume that will work. It really doesn't. Okay, you often find new head teachers will come in and they'll say, right, well, we're going to have they're going to have a new policy on shoes, and only this type of brown is acceptable, and they'll end up like sending 50 kids home because they haven't quite got the right shoes on because it's important to I don't know, whatever that means, all that stuff. Yeah. I have learned over the years that if I want somebody to do something, it's usually best if I've done it myself first. And I've said to them, look, yes, okay, there is some sick on the floor over there. I'll clean it up. So maybe next time you could do it. Yeah. Just actually doing the dirty stuff. But also that's kind of everyday stuff about, I try to model behaviours for the young people I work with, about being just a reasonable human being, hopefully. If we look at current leadership here and in the States, I don't think we see this. I mean, Boris Johnson basically is AWOL at the moment. I think realistically, the number of times he's been seen in public this year is probably about once a week, if you don't count clapping for the NHS, which I don't. He's just not there. What does he do all day? I mean, we know Donald Trump goes golfing. Whilst America burns, he's golfing or tweeting or watching Fox News. We know this because he's quite categoric about it. But with Boris Johnson, he's just, I don't know, I don't know. Did he sign a part-time contract? He's not there. Sends out his minions to often the most useless flunkies to tell the most obvious porkies. Yeah, Michael Gove, yeah, I really bet you do, mate. Oh, my eyesight's a bit dodgy today. I'd better go for a drive like Dominic Cummings. Yeah, I often do that. Come on. If I tried that with a child, they would rightfully punch me in the face. That's happened quite a few times. Yeah, sometimes I've asked for it as well. Not very nice. Okay, next lesson. Be equal. Now, teachers are useless at this. You will find this in lots of schools. The teacher that honestly believes that the child they've given 17 detentions to that month just needs one more and they'll crack. Yeah, I know. I've known kids in schools that have detention every night of the week. They don't care. Yeah, it's just part of what they do. You're not going to change their behaviours by doing that, are you? Yeah, why not do something else? Yeah, teachers will do this. Adults will do this. They will double down. This idea of, oh well, I've hit you once and it hasn't worked, so I'll hit you twice. Maybe it'll work then. I don't know. Try a million times. If it hasn't worked once, it probably won't work again. Some kids will comply. They don't need detention. Other kids won't comply. They still don't need detention. Ain't going to work. And, you know, I mean, our government, again, is guilty of this kind of thinking. One of the reasons it transpires that they didn't actually impose the lockdown earlier was because they honestly didn't believe that people would comply. Why? Because they're the type of people that won't comply. Yeah? Dominic Cummings. Yeah? Boris Johnson. These are people that will not obey the rules. Just won't. Donald Trump won't obey the rules, you know. American Constitution? Who cares? Rip that up. Doesn't work with them. It doesn't work with us either. Yeah? Don't impose. Bring people with you. Don't impose hierarchies. It won't work. Won't work. Seriously, it won't work. Okay. Another thing. One of the most disarming things I can do when I'm working with young people, especially, you know, as I say, I often work with a lot of very vulnerable young people who've, have often had very traumatic experiences in the education system. And the most disarming thing that I can do is say sorry, even when it's not my fault. I will often find myself saying sorry. And what I mean by that is, look, I'm the adult. I'm the person kind of who should be in charge of this, and I've managed to, you know, dig us into a hole which I'm trying to get out of. So I'm really sorry about this, because, yeah, okay, it might well be your fault, in inverted commas, but I'm trying my best to manage the situation because I should be better at it than this. I always know that I've done something wrong when I get in conflict with a young person. I've done this for like 20 years, and the last, say, 3 years, I think I've only maybe got into conflict with young people maybe twice at best. Yeah. So, say sorry. Our present government have not done anything wrong whatsoever since January. PPE, not a problem. Testing, it's been fine. Hospital ventilators, absolutely perfect. Tracking app, yeah, everything's been absolutely fine. All those promises made, yes, they've been fine. Sorry, anyone? It might help. Dominic Cummings, you know. Oh, yeah, you're right, you know. It was selfish of me, I'm sorry. Ooh, no. No. It's for you to obey the rules, not me. Wonder why people dislike them. Gosh, perhaps it's class envy. Yeah, okay. Leading on from that, perhaps communicating effectively and being honest. Again, I try and, you know, not to have as much a hierarchy between myself and the young person as I possibly can do. And, you know, I try, therefore, to be as open and honest with the young people I work with as I possibly can be. And it usually pays off great dividends. It usually means that the young person is also quite honest with me. Okay, and that's a partnership. That's going forwards. That's actually a part leadership. You know, it's a joint enterprise. Okay, it isn't getting out your revolver and shouting charge. It's a lot more of the pastoral stuff, really. And again, you know, what honesty have we had from this government? Yeah. Oh yes, there'll be plenty of hospitals and plenty of ventilators and plenty of PPE and a tracing app, and it's all ready to go. When? About a month and a half, maybe not. Anyway, the science has changed, yeah. And which leads me to the last one, which is don't make promises you can't keep. Because people might let you off once or twice. But if you say, no, it'll definitely be there on Friday, it does need to be there on Friday. Yeah? Maybe we'll accept Saturday. We all have those times when things go a little bit wrong. That's fine. That's not a problem. Yeah? But if you lie, if there's no way there's going to be there on Saturday or Sunday or next week, then just don't say it, Matt Hancock. Poor man is sent out every week by his boss to just make these outrageous claims for things that don't exist. Yeah. And then they spend their time trying to manage the lies that they've told by telling more lies, that magically the science has changed, or yes, although, you know, we were moving from band 4, we haven't met everything on band 4, we don't need to anymore. Okay then. Who's deciding what Band 4 is? Oh, the specially built, purpose-built centre that is still in the planning stage. Oh, okay, mate. Right, yeah. And you wonder why people then get exasperated, because we've been living under this regime for weeks now, and I personally don't really want to have spent all these weeks staring at a screen for nothing. Yeah, that might actually make me cross. It might actually make me want to go out on the streets and burn things. Because, unfortunately, Her Majesty's government, leadership is about actually, doing all of those things. And if you don't do those things and you lose the trust of the people in a democracy, that's going to lead to problems. And it's going to lead to people, being out on the streets shouting. And you can give them all a detention and rush them with baton charges if you want. But historically, that doesn't work. Listen to the people. Bring them with you. Be honest. Be a leader. Yeah? The party of business has no leadership. They're the party of second-hand car salesmen. That's what they are. Yeah? Oh, it's beautiful leather interior, isn't it? It hasn't got any wheels, mate. Yeah, I know, but don't worry about that. It'll go like a bomb. It just needs a little bit of tweaking. Yeah. Yeah, it'll go just far enough to get down to the end of the road before it breaks down. Okay, that's what they are, this lot. That's what they are. We're just hoping, fingers crossed, that something will come up by the end of the week. And yeah, it did. It was coronavirus. Yeah. Leadership. Okay. Learn something from teachers. Right? Why not? Anyway, so that's what I'd like to see after the virus. A little bit of leadership, please. Just an idea.